Okay.
Yeah, Bait believes. MPL sitting in the backdrop here with the utility. Jimpat gave us a 4K on this very bomb site versus PVISION in the first round of his major. What's it gonna be this time, Jimmy? Eats that second flashbang. Support comes out from heaven out of Brolin. Very fast move from Xerxin over towards short side, and Jimmy will collect a first frag. Xerxin takes his pressure and goes right through that smoke. Senfield gets popped, and the Berettas will tear through. This time, another 4K.
What a surprise. Guns for $1 yet again. Not tired? Stop wasting time and money on junk. With Hellcase, your inventory will turn into a fairy tale.
On this second outing of Overpass, Flash is coming at it. He's again not quite sure when exactly it's going to strike, but he's losing teammates over on long. He plays the waiting game and pops head trick. Smoke drops in front of him. He's going to be content to just slide away from this, but that does allow Bait to get dangerously closer as NPL goes back to grab the bomb off of Torji's first kill. He gets into the cover, tries to go back at that instantly, and gives over opening kills. Good space creation here from Bait, able to push that bomb onto the site, and they just do that, right? They creep closer and closer, and then they jump on this bomb site.
Yeah, it's going to be a sour moment for MOUZ because they kind of knew it was coming, and Torji was pre-scoped, waiting for that walk-up, but...
Our betting partner odds still favoring MOUZ despite Bait picking up that last round.
And after that pause, how could you not?
Yeah, Bait are just scratching their heads like, where are our chants? Ascenthiel. Not gonna happen in this house. Spinks opening kill, and Spinks has had a good affinity for these aggressive opening A plays for MOUZ's CT side. I mean, we saw that ace in overtime playing postured up on top of the playground of the party. So Headtrix on the hunt. Leave it to MOUZ to go aggressive off of the delayed start to round 4. Flash.
Perfect timing. Oh, beautiful.
Brolin sends that bad boy up from the other side of the map. Headtrick is good enough to catch a recovery frag.
And the flash goes over top of the stairs.
Thing is, they don't know that Torji's also up inside of the bathrooms, now swapping over to the M4.
Always like the MOUZ setups here on Overpass.
Jimmy's got a lot of space taken down towards the B side as well, so this is going to be MOUZ happily bolstering this upper hit ahead of the commitment from Bait, who were able to find that opening kill off of Kenzizor towards long last round. It was one of the driving factors that got them onto this bomb site. This time, nobody's looking to peek into it. Now, you got Torzi leaning back in bathrooms. You got Brolin kind of two minds still, but more concerned about this walk-up, and he's going to catch a Senfield just as he rounds that first corner. That's bomb chucked down, Headtricks off, far too valuable to lose, but you already see the push already. Jimmy sprinting to try to keep this off out of the hands of Headtrick at the end of the round, and if they kill him after time, this could be tough. He will catch Torji at least.
That might put him in more risk, to be honest. They're going to be running forward into this. Headtrick with the smoke behind him.
Trying to hang on for dear life, and
I guess they're worried about losing their guns. They don't want any other shots, so
they let it go. 4 players start down towards B. He's gonna have a boost put up against it.
That would have been a nice nade.
His own nade, and it could have had so much bang for its buck. Looks like CTs are gonna go for a boost as well, and just as they disassemble this one, Xerxin's on the chase. He's not gonna let NPL get away with it.
Oh, he wanted to repeat. Would have loved to see that. Ooh, you can already feel the pressure on Bait. Now they're showing up with their suits on. I would have never gone here. Not after the PVISION game.
To Overpass, you mean?
I mean, they beat such a strong team, and that was the warm-up game, right? So,
yeah, because there was this actually kind of long break for MOUZ in terms of officials coming into this event. You know, they did prepare. They had their boot camp. Not quite a Falcons situation. But we haven't seen them in the server competing for a little bit of time. And you always wonder what sort of ring rust that puts on a roster.
There's a chance.
Up against PVISION, any crust is gone, and Spinks into the smoke. Gonna slip the net of this 2-player Bait push up through bathrooms. Molly lands on Torji. He loses Brolin instantly. Spinks comes back with back turned, and Torji collects the frag to Alex. Bomb carrier stop. And Spinks' multi-kills,
they're just buttery.
Yeah, they've been coming to the forefront of these defensive moments more and more often as the Major's gone on. He was a pretty slow start when it came to that PVISION game, but obviously we know the ace in overtime. So Spinks gets his, gets away. Torji goes for the deep long A play this time as we have Bait coming back to the table with guns.
You see his shoulder there. Oh, falling off the slide.
That's KenZor down with nothing, and again, opening kill, MOUZ the advantage.
It sucks to get picked off like that. There's no one pushed up to trade. Oh, actually, okay, yeah, Torzi makes his fall back. You can't trust that flash entirely. And they don't even know about the Spinks push on top of it.
Jimmy playing around in the open here, happy to go for these kinds of duels. I mean, in a 5v3.
One of the most brutal positions that you can be in on any map right now. 5v3, you know, 5 healthy CTs, lots of space, no idea where they've gotten to.
And they're taking more.
And you have time to go for a full flank if you want to. Spinks already fully pushed up. Torzi has Khan locked down.
This is going to open the door for Brolin to slide down into the B site. So now we're talking about 3 members of MOUZ here. Ascentio brings 1 down, and Zershin jumps down into the water. He's now suddenly on his own. Bait have done a good job of trying to get through. Zershin welcomes the challenge.
Oh, nice shot.
NPL 1v3, 2 kills left with 30 health, awkwardly trying to climb in to elicit a peek, and Torji's not going to quite give it to him.
Oh.
Yeah, he'll set that bomb site.
You know, if he knew where Spinks was coming from, he could push for this. But he doesn't.
Chase comes around, and Spinks has got his back turned. 2 players left.
Focus on the game as well, but it's good energy, I like it.
Play as we do as practice. Always wise advice. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's 50 health off KenZor. That Mac 10 on the entry. Jimmy, no challenge.
Delicious.
Easy triple kill. USP's out. Assertion will take the point off him, and Alex, down to 84 health already, will at least answer back for a second. What more can Alex really hope to do? You've already got a CT in your spawn, for God's sake. Alex gonna die to exactly that. Spinks finds timing on another flank, and MOUZ just fluid at the moment.
You know, sometimes on overpass, you're trying to just quickly get set up into a B play and then go, oh, that was still nice from Spinks, totally blind. 1 back means that this round is alive, but Torzi, there he is.
Much stronger start to this map than versus PVISION, and I think, you know, some of that has to do with getting some of these earlier fights from his forward A setups. We talked about PVISION's ability to just constantly hit B over and over. That's going to make a tough job of Torzi. He'll find another.
Not bad.
Edge of the smoke. Alex gets spotted. We've already got Brolin pushing up and through the T-Con. And so Headtrick, tiptoeing his way to this bomb site, has no way to join up with Ascenthial. And he's probably feeling like he is stranded at the moment. But we'll see if he catches anybody off.
What's funny is he's checking everything and he's right. There's CTs everywhere.
Ascenthial starts coming back. Brolin has actually opted to move elsewhere, and that's where Torzi's going to get blindsided on the front of Bathurst. But that's okay. Brolin comes back quickly. But not as quickly as Ascenthial can run forward. And not as quickly as the rest of MOUZ may expect Headtrick to be on this bomb site. He stomps. And by doing that, he then scrambles back to the dice box. They're not ready for that Brolin lingering lurk. And Brolin's going to double down on this, ensuring MOUZ keep majority alive in a very comfortable, now 8-1 lead. Drag and crawl and claw your game into a place where you can take it back, and now you get a stomp. Now you get to absolutely obliterate a comparable challenger in Bait to PVISION. 2 teams trying to make this their major.
This is worse than Falcons Passion UA even. How overwhelming the presence here for MOUZ is.
Which is all the more impressive because going into that game versus Passion, you kind of said off the broadcast, you're like, this has to be one of the most lopsided games. Just to kind of meet all expectations. This is a team that we expect more from in Bait, and a team that showed us earlier today things weren't perfect. MOUZ have improved in the short turnaround between their opening challenge of PVISION to now what is absolutely embarrassing Bait on the main stage. Frag grenade ahead of Ascenthial, another desperate 2 versus 5 act. As the curtain is quickly being called on this best of 1. Crowd's been frothing to cheer on Torji since before this game even started. And given the chance to do so, he's delivered. MOUZ back at it with 5 players strong. Definition of a stomp. It's a reminder, fight for every round. B8 would have loved to find themselves in the 2-0 pool again. Now with 2 kills back on the long push, finally starting to punish MOUZ somewhat. And what kind of a pace do they want to throw at this bomb site? Because if they go fast enough, they'll find Brolin on his own. He throws that interruptive flashbang over towards long. That stuns B8 momentarily. Fast connector flank's going to find a back turn, but Xerxin doesn't get the headshot. Brolin's dead. Xerxin with a shooting gallery ahead of him. Jimmy's also bested, and B8 will fight tooth and nail to the end for this. 2 rounds on the T side of Overpass isn't always enough in Budapest.
Yes, I think B8 probably were thinking about, you know, should we go here? And there was probably a mixture of wanting to believe in themselves and thinking that they understand MOUZ, but okay, man. T side, talk about opening kills. Now we're switching over, and MOUZ are still getting opening kills. 4 players here from B8 scrambling on CT side. This is a must-win pistol.
Not wasting any time. Essential not wasting any bullets. Beautiful headshot onto Brolin. That's going to have his teammates tuck into the corner of long for a second. But not everybody's moving, because check out Alex. He's all the way down, pushed already through Monster. He's going to be so far removed from this, assuming MOUZ
he has to
follow
wait, though.
through.
There's no one else in B. They could come downstairs, so he has to chill there. If he goes too far, then he opens up a new timing.
B8 sitting on this bomb site with 3, so as long as Alex is out of play, this is man advantage technically for MOUZ on this bomb site at least. Xerxin gonna start moving inwards, finds 1, and unfortunately can't kill him.
Oh, Spinks collecting frags.
3 frags. Oh, quad kill for Spinks!
We're not gonna get another ace, are we?
Alex on the fast flank, arrives on the scene. Bomb is to be planted, and Spinks shooting for a second ace here at the Major already. It is his for the taking. Teammates looking elsewhere. He'll go back for that flank, and he'll look for this. He loses Torji, and he's not going to play it greedily. Instead, just tucks in behind Optimus, and he's right there on the brink. Alex pushing in, and he'll let Jimmy close this out. Huge impact out of Spinks. When it matters most, MOUZ makes sure that B8 will not find their lifeline.
It was just collecting scalps. That was so nasty out of Spinks.
But it's the sort of buy that could still upend MOUZ's early finish here. Xerxin to go down into connector, loses his head, and there's a good push. Essential and Kenzizor try to combine. Torji on the recovery.
He wants to take the peek.
Push gets called. Torji's not going to fall victim to your games, and he'll stick around here looking for just a little more. He knows that you're up inside that connector.
Smoke's a little awkward, actually. It'll let the walkout happen, but Torzi's on the low ground. I don't think that Essential will be ready for this timing necessarily.
Torji playing around it. They're looking for one another. Oh, 3 kills now for Torji.
And he's not overplaying it at all.
MP9 trying to chase him. He is happy to leave, but turns his back, and that is not the right moment.
He had to go get the bomb.
Yes, sir.
And they don't know about it, so Spinks with the lead off slightly. We'll see if he makes noise. We got this push off short from Alex.
Jimmy scoops up bomb because of Torji's death, and that does create a bit of uncertainty towards connector.
Spinks has a smoke here. I don't think he needs it for heaven because there's no op presence.
Sure.
This could be for short.
You block off short, Alex is out of the equation, and I think because Jimmy left connector, you've got to be worried about it, but that interrupted push from the MP9, now he's throwing it out into the bomb site. Otherwise, I think Alex loses vision. But now as they try to work up, it's NPL to catch Spinks, and no trade. Here we go. B8's force buy works out with SMGs despite Torji's best efforts.
Yeah, man. Rushing that from Torji's POV, it looked like he just won the round all by himself, but he did need a little bit of help right there. The fact that Torji's going to be able to play better with a crowd behind him just makes this even better. That last round.
NPL gets the first from the inside connector peak, but he'll go back up towards bathrooms to try to stop the others.
Oh, okay. You know, some people get more nervous when they have the fan support, right? You don't want to let people down. Some people embrace it, lean into it. It feels like that's the guy that Torji is for sure.
I think you also have to find out what kind of person you are when it actually happens. And we've heard MOUZ chants in the past, but never this type. Head trick under pressure up close with that off. Misses shot, or rather hits it, goes back, finishes off what he started. This man is living in the double zoom. And that could be an op picked up, no? Jimmy looking for it.
Yeah, definitely. Inside of the smoke.
Little awkward to retrieve. Torji would love to grab
upgrade.
it. Yeah. You give that to Torzy, and I mean, honestly, they could play for the round win. They could play for the off save.
I don't know, man. I feel like they should just walk it back down or still try to go for the site. They were so close to it.
Walk down or walk around, because it's looking like a long to 8. Will they anticipate this push off of the bomb site from Essential? Because they had all of that bathroom's control. Now, unfortunately for MOUZ, they've lost that side of this, and they're met by flames.
Torzy's got to perform a miracle right here with this op.
Fire's going to burn out. MongolZ sitting on the angle. Op swings wide amongst that pack. And there's the shot from Torzy. He's got another.
He can plant.
2 kills to his name. Bomb plant inbound. MP9 quick swing. Oh, mischance. Now the Glock's out.
Oh, my goodness.
Woo! Would have been a clutch. Instead, the pressure's on, man. But, you know, Torzy would have loved to finish that one off. Good on bait. They survived the challenge after giving Torzy the gun he should never be allowed. MongolZ starting to think maybe he's going to get squeezed, and he's not wrong about that. They're coming at him.
Careful.
Tech 9 wide swing. MP9 down. Spinks, Desert Eagle headshot. Head trick may have missed the long shot.
Now you
can't
can't
miss another. Will. And then onto the P250. Eats that front upside the head. A second nade lands on him. And that's going to send the Opper spiraling back into bank.
Can you believe those HEs?
Man was on the retreat, and those frag grenades just chased him. Another D. As MOUZ bank on the pistols to come through, puncturing this defense. And so they understand that keeping the pressure on, force buy after force buy, continuing to put that meter stick between them and bait on this map. Because to come in with these purchases, yes, you know bait's economy's low, but it takes an element of confidence, and one that could have been bruised after the close affair versus PVISION, but that is not the case. MOUZ here to run through bait and sprint to that 2-0 pool.
Bottom line is they know what they're doing. Anybody can look like a stud on CT side, go over to T side, and then look completely lost. MOUZ are not one of those teams.
It's another buy attempt for bait, obviously. Trying to survive this onslaught out of MOUZ.
And they won't have an op this time.
Gonna try to pressure connector. Molotov chucked out here by Brolin as he just runs through the smoke. Very confident opening move, and it's a lot of pressure, so they can't really handle it. They step up onto the top stairs, not anticipating a player to be here, but instead it feeds them too. Great chance for bait to extend the play.
Oh, he caught him with that.
One frag back by the way of Molotov. Ooh. Good dink comes through from Spinks, but still bested, and we go 4v2.
That's a lot of players they've actually pushed downstairs. They might be a little scared and trying to get back structure on the map. Not to say there's any real chance here for MOUZ, but I think the CTs are sort of flying blind right now.
Xertion getting closer. Oh, gets tagged up down to half. Ooh.
Oh my goodness, okay.
Torzy almost got a chance at just firing off the Hail Mary, but not the case. So, lo and behold, bait find a 5th.
That was a big round from MPL. I mean, dink for dink on the first shot.
I mean, Brolin applied so much pressure. You saw when bait came back from the top of stairs that him being back
really
through the util, yeah, they were kind of blown away, but not blown apart. Kind of failing to capitalize on that element of surprise. Xertion's going to keep the money low, and honestly, I feel like bait needed the cash.
I think so too.
They've been stuck in this tough spot the whole half so far.
They're going to be missing a couple of grenades here and there if they keep chasing him down.
This event means more to him than anybody else. He's got a team behind him that are so consistently making deep runs at events all year long. It is just about finding the finish line at the last event of the season. Alex gonna catch them off guard inside of Monster. So MOUZ's sprint to the finish line within this best of 1 and not the bigger picture is still getting delayed and doing more with less. You said limitation and utility, sure, but 2 free frags offered over by MOUZ just thinking they could walk out through a smoke.
It was a bit of a mistake. They definitely had a moment there where he didn't expect to see someone. MPL's out in the open a little bit, so, you know, he can make life horrible for MOUZ, but also is at risk of giving a kill back.
That's 70 damage on Jimmy. The pack swings into him. Torzy also takes a bit of damage in return for that one.
Don't want to call it a problem just yet, but Headtrick comes forward too.
Was the 5 versus 3 for bait. They're going to, again, remain on the pressure. We get this push down towards the T-spawn. Connector's getting pushed as well. And while forward control is good and all, I do feel like it still kind of leaves Headtrick a little lonely. So he's going to peel back, try to join up ever closer to MongolZ on the jump spots. It would take a hell of a shot from long to pop him as he's jumping without an op. So Headtrick on this angle.
Oh,
now we're on.
Held that one a little tight.
Now Brolin suddenly goes sprinting inwards. Sure, Ascenthiel can flank up through connector, and he's going to find the back of Brolin turn. MongolZ activates, headshot onto Jimmy, and it's Torji in another 1v3. Finds the first shot again, doesn't have the bomb. And without that bomb, he can't chance the plant. This op is far too valuable. It's another close moment made by MOUZ, and yet another round win here for B8.
Oh, he could die after time. He's got to be very careful, but they're not coming to hunt him.
Yeah, they are pushing the flank.
Oh.
Alex gets to the tree just in time, and that's going to be Torji down. No money, no op. Ooh. 88
Hit through the
drop
wall.
That deagle shot, right? Yeah. You're eating cement, but you're lucky to be alive. Woo. Xertion comes back. Hits the headshot.
Damn!
Oh,
What?
3 of them! 2 Desert Eagle kills plus the Glock frag and the threat up from connector. Alex doesn't want to let them out. Now we're talking about 4 frags from pistols. 3 of them to Xertion's name.
But the bomb, it goes back upstairs instantly.
Just as B8 were starting to feel like this comeback was alive, MOUZ sends Xertion in for the triple, and they sit here and wait. But don't jumble up. They're blocking the angle. It's a quad kill finish with one of the least likely buys. MOUZ may have let B8 come back with some false confidence, but from the start of this game, we knew the outcome.
What a surprise. Guns for $1 yet again. Not tired? Stop wasting time and money on junk. With Hellcase, your inventory will turn into a fairy tale.